All right, people, so in front of me, I do have something a little bit different. This is the Kwumsy K2 keyboard. This is a very versatile and innovative keyboard, and in fact, it kind of reminds me of the Asus ZenBook laptop. I actually have it back here. I'm going to test it out on this, minus the whole laptop piece, of course. It is equipped with a wide range of features, including mechanical switches, RGB lighting, multi-device compatibility, and oh yeah, the star of the show, people, this thing right here has a 12.6-inch touchscreen display. Whether you're a gamer, programmer, content creator like myself, or just looking to add more screen real estate, this Kwumsy K2 keyboard might be that keyboard that meets your needs and exceeds your expectations. So stick around. Let's talk about this for a second.
Want to see some love? It's love day. I'm showing people love out here on the court.
What's going on YouTube? Nicholas here with Tech Love TV. We don't discriminate. We believe all tech deserves some love. Okay, people, so before we get started, I would like to thank Kwumsy for sending this product over. But as always, I will be completely transparent and unbiased in my initial review of this keyboard. And with that being said, I would like to start this video off by giving you some cautions, some warnings, some compatibility issues if you have a MacBook. Due to the limitations of the Mac operating system, the experience of using this Kwumsy K2 keyboard on a Mac operating system notebook will be inferior to that of a Windows operating system notebook. Those were the words that were read verbatim off the Amazon website for this keyboard, so those were not my words, those came from the company. For the Mac operating system, this cannot be used in full screen. Touch will work when moving the mouse to the K2 screen. And I'll show you exactly what I mean once I unbox this and put this into action. For a Windows system, 10-point touch is supported. For Mac operating system, single-point touch is supported. It is not compatible with the iPad Air system or iPhone system. It will support laptops, desktops, mobile phones, Windows operating system, Mac operating system, and Android system. And for the Android system, you can set to full screen, but it must be a USB Type-C port with full function. For Mac systems, the experience will not be as smooth as Windows systems, like I said earlier in this video. Now that we got all the boring and depressing information out the way, let's go ahead and jump into this product right here. You can pick this up for around $400. As always, I'll put the links in the description down below, and they come in two different versions. You have the K1 version, and you also have the K2 version, which I have right here. Now, the major differences between the K1 and the K2 is that the K1 has your 98 key full scissor style keyboard. You get the whole F row at the top, and you also get a full size number pad on the right side of the keyboard. Now this K2 keyboard is only a 71 mechanical style keyboard, so you will not get that number pad on the right side, and you won't get that F row at the top of the keyboard. You're dealing with less, but you can customize this keyboard to exactly how you want it to look, being able to swap out these mechanical keys. And you also have more RGB lighting options. Okay, so as you can see on the front of this keyboard, you have your Kwumsy K2 right here. You have a cutout of the keyboard right in the middle, and this is all like in a copper color. It says multifunctional touch keyboard right here at the bottom right. On the back side, you have another cutout of the side of the keyboard right here. You have your 3 different ways that you can hook this keyboard up. You have a mobile device, a PC, and a laptop. You have your product specs right here. You have your inbox accessories. And the verbiage at the top of this box, it says, with 12.6-inch touchscreen, K2 is a plug-and-play multifunctional external mechanical keyboard to meet the needs for a multi-screen display and keyboard input. It can help quickly build a personal mobile studio to provide computer users with a perfect solution for multi-screen display, touch panel, keyboard input, and USB expansion, which can improve your work efficiency by 50% to achieve efficient task processing. Improve work efficiency by 50%? Sign me up. I don't know if I believe the hype, but I'm willing to test it out with this keyboard. Okay, people, so now enough with all the talk. Let's go ahead and unbox and see exactly what you're going to get on the inside. Slide this sleeve off right here. As I open this up, as you can see, on the inside, you do have your keyboard right here on top, people. Here we go. Oh yeah, I've been waiting to do that for about a week now. Oh, that's clean. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Don't want to get no fingerprints on it. That's clean right there, people. That is a nice keyboard. I'm excited to get into that. All right, people, so you do get this wrist rest right here. I do like that they actually added this because this is something I need. My wrists, my elbows are all messed up from typing on these keyboards for years now. So this first cable right here is your USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable. And the second cable right here, you have a USB Type-A connection, another USB Type-A, a HDMI connection, and a USB Type-C connection right here. I don't know exactly how the cable is supposed to work. That's the point of the video. I'm going to test it out. We're going to figure it out together. You also get this keycap puller right here. Like I said, this mechanical keyboard is very customizable, so you can put any of the mechanical keys that you want on here, and they provide a tool right here to do that. You also get this carrying pouch. So I guess if you want to take this keyboard on the go with you, just slide it in here, throw it in your bag. I want to say the outside of the pouch is softer than the inside of the pouch.
This is beautiful. What is that, velvet?
And then you get this instruction manual, which I will definitely need to be using to figure out the different RGB settings and stuff like that. So let me go ahead and set that to the side. Okay, so this Kwumsy K2 keyboard comes equipped with this 12.6-inch IPS touchscreen display with a resolution of 1920 by 515p. I think I did mention that earlier before. You also get a 60 hertz refresh rate on this screen as well, and almost zero delays when it comes to touch feedback, a screen display sharpness that comes close to what a computer can offer, can be used for all different types of activities.
So much aerobics in here. So many activities.
Like working, watching movies, playing games, and listening to music. And you also get adjustable screen parameters. You can adjust the brightness, color, scene mode, sharpness. And that's just to name a few of the 30 total screen parameter settings that are offered inside of here. You also get multi-device compatibility, and with this USB Type-C port on the back side, it's the only port that you would need to hook this up to your desktop, your laptop, smartphone, or tablet. I might have to put this keyboard on my desk as my daily driver. I'm just saying. Okay, so very quickly going around this product right here, as you can see, you have your two USB Type-A ports right here. You have your USB Type-C port. I do believe this is your power button, and then your volume up and volume down. And these buttons right here also double to navigate the menu inside of this keyboard. And just in case if you were wondering the dimensions for this keyboard, so this keyboard is 13.17 inches long, 9.15 inches wide, and 1.122 inches in height. It is still a pretty compact keyboard to have a 12.6-inch screen built right into the keyboard itself. So like I said before, you do have 15 RGB backlight settings in here, personalized keyboard designs, adjust keyboard brightness according to mood. Also, all keycaps can be replaced. And speaking of the keycaps, you have the clicky blue switches in here, strong hit filling, hot swappable technology. And with that being said, I quickly pulled out this one key right here, and you do see how you have your blue switch underneath here. I have never changed out a switch on the keyboard, but I'm guessing since they do make other color switches, all mechanical keyboards probably can have their switches changed out. So if you know that these can be switched out, leave a comment down below. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm leaning more towards yes. And that's another big difference between the K1 and the K2. Like I said earlier, these keycaps on here, you're able to switch these out and customize it to exactly how you want it. So if you want a completely different keyboard setup than what is here, this boring black, I don't know, make it two-tone or more than one color, the K2 keyboard is probably the keyboard for you. I do have multiple microphones all around here, so here we go. The clickiness right there. Get some right here. I got another mic right here. I do like a mechanical keyboard a lot better than your scissor style keyboard. Okay, people, so before I do put power to this keyboard right here, I do want to let you know that these do have 4 rubber pads on the bottom of this keyboard. You have these additional feet right here to put the keyboard at a greater angle. One thing I did notice when I was going around this keyboard is that I wish this screen was, you were able to rotate it a little bit so it can pop up. As I'm looking at this keyboard right now, my big light right here, I can see a lot of glare. Maybe on this version, Kwumsy, since you didn't make this screen to rotate a little bit to help out with glare, maybe come out with, I don't know, like sort of film, an anti-glare film that you put over here that still allows you to utilize the touching on this keyboard, but then it cuts down on the glare. All right, people, so I had to take a minute, get this keyboard set up. I messed around with it on my Windows computer, and I also messed around on my MacBook. But there are a couple of things that I wanted to talk about really quick before I talk about the versatility of this keyboard. So the USB Type-C cable right here, that is to hook the keyboard up to any laptop that you're working with or any tablet that has the ability to power this keyboard. Please keep in mind, people, that this keyboard pulls its power through the USB Type-C cable from whatever you have it hooked up to. So right now I have it hooked up to this Asus ZenBook, and as you can see on this screen over here, just imagine this screen right here on the ZenBook being this screen right here on this keyboard. So the USB Type-C cables to hook the keyboard up to any laptop and any mobile phone or tablet that you have that's compatible. And then this cable right here with the two USB type A connectors, you have your HDMI connector and a type C connector. That's how you would hook this up for a desktop situation. I don't have that going on right now, so I'm not going to talk about this cable anymore. Now I want to get into the button functions on here to be able to adjust the RGB lighting. So what you want to do is hit function and then hit this insert button right here, and it'll switch between the different light modes that you see right there. So there's 15 different ones. So I'm going to try and cycle through all of them. I might hit one twice. And you got that. I do like that. Then you have this one. And then I do believe this is where I started off. And so to adjust the brightness, you want to hit the function key again and then hit these up and down arrows. So obviously all the way down turns the light dim, and then all the way up turns it bright. That's how I like it. And then you have the left and right arrows. The right arrow speed up the light show, and then the left arrow will speed the light show all the way down. The touchscreen feature using the Windows notebook, it is a lot more user friendly. It actually works to how it's supposed to be designed. So you can control this area right here. You got your 10-point touch features up here. This is how I would have it set up. So I would have the option to watch a movie down here on this side, or I can just go over to my Tidal app and watch and listen to music on this side, and then be productive over here on the bigger portion of my laptop. That's one way that I would have it set up. This is how it look on a MacBook. Like I said before, you're not going to get the same kind of functionality out of this screen right here. My advice, if you're using this, if you have a MacBook and you're using this screen right here, I would just do entertainment down here. I wouldn't rely on this area right here to actually be used as a touch surface, because it just does not act the same way as a touch surface. So if I were to use this on MacBook Pro, all I would do is just pretty much use it like have my timeline down here, as you see right here. And it's still kind of tricky, because when you are using the mouse to scroll over, you have to use the mouse and move it over like that. You can't control it like this. You can move the playhead back and forth, and then use B and set where you want to cut, but it's still not a pinpoint accuracy because you're using your finger. You cannot use a stylus on this, to my knowledge at least. So I would just mainly have this section right here when I'm hooked up to a MacBook as just like the entertainment section, like I did with the Windows. I know on Windows that you can do a little bit more, simply because it's more user friendly. Yes, now you can go and put websites down here and scroll through emails and stuff down here like that. And also a good thing is if you do have a USB Type-C compatible phone or tablet that you want to hook this up to, then you can put it into, I think it's like full screen mode, and you can have a bigger screen of your phone down here and then also be doing other stuff on your phone as well. All right, people, listen up.
Listen to me, Smalls.
I just like having the option to have more screen real estate. Will I be able to utilize this screen right here? I'm not sure. I have to see how it would be incorporated into my workflow. I really don't listen to too much music, and then I already have another screen going on with any type of media that I want to consume while I am working. But this might be an option if you're like on the go and you want more screen real estate, but you don't want to carry an extra screen with you. This keyboard might be too pricey and over the top, and I get that. But if this is something you weren't looking for and didn't know you needed, wait, what? Yeah, anyways, and you have the funds, this keyboard might make a world of difference even if you just use it for listening to music. But all you MacBook fans out there, if you are looking at this keyboard and you think that it's something that you might be interested in, please keep in mind all the compatibility issues that you might run into. And Kwumsy, is there a plan to drop a more Mac-friendly version of this keyboard right here? That's the one I'll be on the lookout for. That was my unboxing and first impression of this Kwumsy K2 Mechanical Style Keyboard. If you found any value in this video whatsoever, please smash that subscribe button down below, and don't forget, hit that bell icon so you get notification when I drop my next tech video. As always, thanks for stopping by the Tech Love channel. My name is Nicholas, and I'm out. Peace.